All right, we're going to continue with our Friday afternoon media availabilities. We've now been joined by Chase Elliott, driver of the number 9 Napa Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. Chase will also be qualifying for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race here in just a little bit as well. We will now take questions for Chase. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you, and we'll take as many questions as we can in the time that we have. And who would like to kick us off? All right, we're going to start with Bob.
Bob Pockers, Fox Sports. Did you guys get a choice of which Xfinity races you wanted to do? And if so, why did you pick this one?
Yeah, we did. The process was kind of up in the air based on, what JRM could do as far as a fifth car, and then, what races they, also had available as well, or open, I guess, for Hendrick cars to support. This not work. Try this one. We did have a choice, and I wanted to do this one. I just feel like I've struggled here the last couple of years, and I haven't done a great job. So, wanted some extra laps, and I don't know if it'll help or not, but I wanted to give it an effort to do so, and try to be better for Sunday.
Okay, we'll go to Mike Hembry here for another question.
Mike Hembry from Auto Week. Early on, there were some heat concerns about this car and some changes made and so forth. Has all that been cleared up? And sort of adjacent to that, what's the hottest you've been in a race car?
Yeah, honestly, we haven't really had any really hot races yet, so I think it's kind of tough to say. We've had really a pretty mild spring, mild start to the year. I mean, it was fairly warm at COTA. I'd say that was probably the hottest one that we've had so far, and really outside of that, it's been pretty cool about everywhere we've been. So I'm not really sure just yet, until we get to these summer months. I mean, this weekend's fairly warm, but it's not as hot as it has been down here in other trips. So we'll see. I don't know, man. It's been hot plenty of times. In the car, there's just the right circumstance, and the right car configuration can certainly bake you.
Okay, additional questions for Chase? All right, we'll go to Pete.
Pete Iacobelli, Associated Press. Chase, did last week's win change your attitude about going forward this system, what you guys can, this season, what you guys can accomplish?
Honestly, no. I mean, I feel like for us, we've been, like I said last week and in the weeks leading up to last week, I feel like we've been solid at times and had a lot of pace. Just hadn't been able to put an entire race together really until last Sunday. So, we just have to do more of that and try to be better, better execute the entirety of an event. And I think as long as we're doing those things, I think we can run and compete with the best of the garage. And I feel confident in that, just as confident in that today as I did 3 weeks ago.
Okay, we're going to go to Noah, and then we'll go back to Dustin, and then Bob. All right. Noah, can you raise your hand? Thank you.
Noah Lewis, TSJ Sports. Chase, your dad's in the Fox booth for Stage 3 this weekend. Have you had a chance to talk to him about it? What do you think about that?
We had, not a ton, just logistics of getting over here and getting home. But no, I think it'll be interesting. He's not much of a TV guy, so that'll be should be fun for him. And he didn't have to do it, so he said somehow or another they talked him into doing it. So why that was, I don't really know, but I think it'll be entertaining, and for him, it's not something he does all the time. He wasn't one of those guys that got done racing and wanted to go do TV. So it'll be a good vantage point for him, and look forward to seeing how he does.
Okay, we'll come up front here to Dustin Long, and then we'll go to Bob.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. Chase, can you give me a sense of kind of the evolution of what Chevrolet has done the last few years? Obviously, there was that stretch where, even with some success, weren't getting cars in the Final Four. I know that was a big push and emphasis. The switch to a car, and then winning the championships. And now it seems like if you're not in a Chevrolet, you're starting behind in a way. And just kind of that evolution, as you've even experienced over the last 4 or 5 years, and how you've kind of seen it and the growth in that period from your eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like my dad has always said over the years and has tried to teach me is it's a roller coaster and it's going to continue to evolve. There's going to be a time where that's not the case. I mean, look, I'm a Chevy guy and I want that to always be the case, but that's just not how it works. I'm sorry. You're going to go through periods where you're going to struggle and you're going to have to go back to work and get better. And I think, 16, 17, 18, I guess more 18, 17 and 18, we were certainly behind and needing to be better and tried to come together. And fortunately, as a manufacturer, we were able to do that. And I think, Chevrolet should take a lot of pride in that. And the teams within that banner should take a lot of pride in that too. So, I can't say that anything just miraculously changed overnight. I think it's just the way this deal works. And you're going to go through those periods and you have to ride that wave while it's good in a positive manner, just like you do when it's bad, and just accept that that's the way it's going to be sometimes. And that can be a hard thing to accept in certain periods, but I am a believer that I think that's just how this works, and I don't ever see that really changing.
Okay. Bob?
Bob Pockers, Fox Sports. William Byron signed his deal, so
Yeah.
now everybody at Hendrick signed at least through 23. I mean, if those guys keep running the way they run, doesn't look like there'd be many changes. Does it matter? I mean, I know pro athletes used to change and stuff, but does it matter that everybody is settled?
I think it's great. I mean, I think that I'm not really sure the question to. Yeah. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Oh, I think it's great, and two, I mean, you got those three guys deserve their opportunities in my eyes, and I think they've done a great job. Have had, a lot of success, have run very well over the course of the last couple of years. So, yeah, I think it's a great thing when a guy or a girl is deserving of an opportunity and they're able to achieve that and have one presented to them in a manner like, all of our guys have. I think it says a lot about them, and I think HMS is in a really solid place right now. I feel like we all work pretty well together, and it's just kind of an easy flowing operation, which is good. So I think it's a great thing. Happy for William, and again, in light of his news this week, I think he's very deserving, and I look forward to racing with him and working with him over these next few years too.
All right. We'll take a question here with Mike.
You mentioned you haven't done especially well here lately, but in 2014 when you first showed up in Xfinity, incredible finish. Have you looked back on the tape from that, or did you soon after it, and kind of get into your head what you did and how you made all those passes happen in just a couple of laps?
Yeah, I guess. I don't. Seems like I've just gotten worse here over time. So I guess ignorance was bliss. But I think that as it pertains to that night in particular, I was really, the win was great. Don't get me wrong, but I was really more proud of how we ran. I felt one of the best couple of cars that night. I thought us and Kyle Busch were really good that night. Larson was also good that night. But I thought we were right there amongst the best, and I thought that was something to be really proud of as a group and as we were getting started. As far as the end of the race went, the seas kind of parted for me. I mean, everybody, just the way it kind of worked out, had the outside lane and just the opportunities were kind of just laid there in front of me for me to pick up as I came along. So that was probably more just good fortune and being in the right place at the right time on a fresh set of tires in all reality. But I think beyond that, we were solid all night, and that kept us in a position to have a shot at it, and I think that's really probably something to be more proud of than having things just go your way at the right time. But it was a great night, and hopefully it can get back in that direction. I felt like we've had just been really sporadic here for whatever reason. I thought we had a really good run here in one of the races in 20, and then struggled really bad. I felt like in the race. I don't know if we raced here once or twice last year, but if they were two, neither one of them stuck out, so they must not have been very good in my eyes. So hopefully this week's better.
All right. Go ahead.
Michael Massey, front stretch. Have you had a chance to talk to Jimmy Means about the throwback scheme?
Yeah, I haven't. No, I haven't. Not at all. Actually, just in my talking with the folks at Napa, and they were excited about it, and if they're excited about it, then I'm excited about it. So it's it's a good looking car. I'm excited to represent their colors as always, and hopefully we can give it a good run.
All right. Any final questions for Chase? All right, we're going to take one more from Bob.
I guess if you're not giving somebody the finger on pit road or on the track, then we don't remember.
Well,
right.
Yeah. I guess that was in 20, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
It was
Yeah,
in
that's
20.
why 2021 was.
Yeah, that one stood out for sure, but not the ones last year. But yeah, I thought we were really good that night. That was part of my frustration. I thought we had a real shot at winning that thing. So, yeah, not happy.
I did want to ask, have you ever been a guy who, after having a car like you had last week, been like, man, I want to have that car for this track or that track? And does that, if you had been like that, how does that change with this car? Because I'm sure it's just a rotation right now of where they're going.
Yeah, I used to be like that when I was racing late model cars and stuff. We only had a couple cars, so we would find one that you liked and you ran good, and if you were fortunate enough to not tear it up for a period of time, you wanted to keep bringing it back, and you kind of had a little bit of a connection with it. But since I got into the NASCAR world, not so much. I mean, I feel like everything is just so precise as far as the builds go, and from where I sit, I told you guys before, aside from the sticker over there on the dash, I couldn't tell you one from another, to be honest with you. So I really have no idea as far as what chassis number we're on, or which one we ran last week, or which one we're bringing this week, or whatever. So I don't really have a tie to it now. And to with the setup stuff, I think it's more about if you go somewhere and you have success with a certain balance of the car, I think it's more about maybe going back and looking through some of that stuff and trying to replicate it. But you can implement those type of things in any car that we have, and I think they're all so close now that the number on the frame doesn't really matter to me.
All right, Chase, thank you so much for your time today, and we wish you best of luck this weekend.
Thanks. Have a good one.